Hare Krishna! Welcome back to Thinking of Krishna. My name is Devesani Radhika dasi, and today we will be reading from Sri Caitanya Mangala, Chapter 7, Lord Gauranga Travels to Gaya. In Navadvip, Vishwambar merrily spent his time with his friends and family. The Lord dutifully executed the various rituals and devotedly taught the Vedas to a group of students. The leading brahmanas of Nadia praised Prabhu for his exemplary actions. Lord Gauranga easily defeated the genius of Brihaspati, who knows the essence of the Vedas. This is only natural since Gauranga is God himself, the very source of the Vedas. Who can estimate the glories of the disciples who are learning from the Guru of the universe? Prabhu Vishwambar, the husband of millions of Saraswatis, also showers his mercy on the local Pandits by giving them the essence of knowledge. In this way, Gaura Sundar instructed the residents of Navadvip. One day, Prabhu decided to visit Gaya so he could worship the lotus feet of Gadadhar Vishnu. He would also distribute Vishnu Prasad to help his forefathers. Many brahmanas joined the Lord's party. Seeing her son about to leave, Sachimata burned with anxiety. Sighing heavily, she said in a voice choking with tears, "Listen, Vishwambar. Again you are going to a distant country. In your absence, my house will become enveloped in darkness. You are my only guide, like a walking stick to a blind man. You are the star of my eyes. You are the soul of this body. Without you, I have no one. You are visiting Gaya to deliver your ancestors, so what more can I say?" Lord Gauranga consoled Sachimata with sweet words. "Mother, always think that I am staying with you. Don't lament. Please allow me to be a dutiful son and offer Vishnu Prasad to my forefathers." Women, children, old men, lame men, and even birds and beasts ran to see the Lord as he traveled to Gaya. The residents of every street passed by Vishwambar became enchanted by the beautiful sight of the Lord. Without telling their husbands, housewives left their families and excitedly ran to embrace Gauranga with their eyes. They shouted, "Look, here comes Sri Hari of Raj!" In this way, wherever Gaurachandra traveled, the people raced after him. Simply by his presence, Lord Gauranga inundated everyone in an ocean of love. Once while walking, Gauranga suddenly saw a pair of deer amorously sporting together. Seeing this, the Lord laughed like a worldly man. Then Vishwambar explained to his associates that if people don't worship Krishna, they will behave just like animals. They'll become mad with lust, anger, greed, and illusion. The same consciousness found in animals is also found in humans. The only difference is that animals are devoid of Krishna consciousness. A man who doesn't serve Krishna is called an animal. After saying this, the Lord, the spiritual master of all the worlds who fulfills everyone's desires, continued his journey to Gaya. Gauranga drinks the Brahmana's foot water. Lord Gaurachandra bathed in the Chira river. Then he joyfully worshipped the deity and his ancestors according to Vedic rules. He took rest near the hill in a Brahmana's house. A Brahmana traveling with Vishwambar found fault with one of the local Brahmanas, even though he was acting properly as per the traditions of that region. Detecting this disrespectful mentality, Vishwambar decided to teach that Brahmana how to behave properly toward another Brahmana. By his own arrangement, Lord Vishwambar suddenly broke out in a high fever. All his associates felt apprehensive to see Mahaprabhu's condition. The Lord said, "Please listen. Some mistake must have occurred when I worship my forefathers. There are always some obstacles in the performance of any auspicious activity. Because of this, I am now suffering. Please give me the water that was used to bathe the Brahmana's feet. Drinking that water will remove sins and suffering such as my fever." Hearing the Lord's request, a local Brahmana stepped forward, offering his own foot water for Mahaprabhu's service. Vishwambar promptly drank that water, and at once his fever disappeared. The Lord thanked the Brahmana. The offensive Brahmana who was traveling with the Lord's party said, "My Lord, you suffered due to my offensive mentality. On seeing the customs of the local Brahmanas, I became critical. Yet you have shown your devotion to them. Please forgive me for my offense. Your keeping Bhrigu's footprint on your chest proves how devoted you are to the Brahmanas. From your own lips you teach devotion unto yourself and thus deliver the world." Then addressing the local Brahmana, whom he had offended, that repentant Brahmana said, "All glories to you, O king of the Brahmanas! By serving you, one can attain all perfection. I bow down to you. You are the most beloved of the Brahmanas and of the compassionate Gaura Hari." After hearing this confession from that Brahmana, Vishnubar forgave him and the other Brahmanas in his party. The Lord instructed, "Don't criticize the Brahmanas of this country, for they are worshippers of Madhusudan, Krishna. One can't be a Brahmana unless he worships the Supreme Lord Krishna, as stated in the Puranas. Even if a person is born of a Chandala caste, dog-eater, if he has devotion for Lord Vishnu, he is superior to a Smarta Brahmana, a strict adherent of scriptural rules. But a Brahmana devoid of Vishnu Bhakti is lower than a Chandala." Gauranga shows Vraja Bhakti in Gaya. In this way, Gaura Hari pardoned the Brahmana. Continuing his pilgrimage, the Lord arrived in Rajagiri, an important holy place. Vishnubar bathed in Brahma Kund, worshipped the deity, and gave charity. Eager to see Lord Vishnu's feet, the Lord hurried to Gaya. On the way, he met Ishwarapuri, a Mahabhagavata and renowned sannyasi. Falling at the feet of Ishwarapuri, and with tear-filled eyes, Lord Gaurachandra said, "I am fortunate to get darshan of your feet. Please tell me how I can cross the ocean of material existence. Please give me devotion for the lotus feet of Krishna. This body is meaningless without receiving initiation into the Krishna mantra. The Puranas proclaim this and the saints concur." Privately, Ishwarapuri whispered the Hare Krishna mantra to Vishnubar. Immediately, the Lord lost control of himself. He cried out in excitement, "Radha, Radha, Radha!" Waves of happiness inundated the Lord. Remembering the pastimes of Vraj, Vishnubar became absorbed in relishing the sweet taste of Madhurya Ras. Then, overcome with the sentiments of Radharani, he shouted, "Krishna, Krishna, Krishna!" Laughing loudly, Gaura cried, "Vrindavan, Govardhan, Kalindi, Yamuna!" After a brief pause, the Lord called out, "Balaram, Sridham, Sudama, Nanda, Yashoda!" Thinking of his cows, he called, "Dhavali, Saunli!" At another moment, he became restless and roared, "Saki!" Entering the mood of Dasya Bhava, mellow of servitude, Vishnubar, holding a piece of straw in his mouth, declared, "I have killed Agasura, Putana, and other Asuras, and I held up Giri Govardhan." The next moment, he stood in his traditional threefold bending form, gently playing a flute. Then, with a look of astonishment on his face, Gaura Hari glanced in all directions. With tears rolling down his cheeks and a choked-up voice, Vishnubar spoke softly to his guru. "By your mercy, my life has become successful. My material existence has stopped." By this, Vishnubar showed the perfect example of Guru Bhakti, devotion to one's spiritual master. Moving on, the Lord came to the Falgu river. He laughed and recalled some previous pastimes which filled him with mixed feelings of joy and sorrow. While remembering Sita Devi, he appeared to enter a state of bewilderment. In Treta Yuga, Lord Ram had come here with his consort Sita. Vishnubar took bath, offered pinda, prasad to his forefathers, and worshipped the demigods. In the name of Jagannath Mishra, his father, the Lord gave charity to the Brahmanas. In order to worship the demigods and his forefathers, the Lord visited various holy places. In the south, he saw Udichi, and in the north, he visited Jihvalola. In these places, the Lord distributed charity to the Brahmanas in the name of his forefathers. In a happy mood, Lord Gauranga finally arrived in Gaya. There he offered pinda on 16 different altars. With great enthusiasm, the Lord approached the sacred stone, bearing the impression of Lord Vishnu's lotus feet. The Lord was thinking, "Today, with these eyes, I will see the lotus feet of Vishnu." After joyfully offering his dandavats, Vishnubar sat down and said, "Everyone, please listen. Although now I'm seeing the footprints of Lord Vishnu, why am I not becoming overwhelmed with love?" Then Gauranga bathed the lotus feet of Vishnu and caressed them with love. By touching Lord Vishnu's lotus feet, Vishnubar immediately manifested symptoms of pure bhakti. Gauranga cried, shivered, and became stunned in ecstasy. After completing the rituals, Lord Gauranga danced jubilantly along with the Brahmanas in his party. A few days later, Gauranga, thinking to visit Mathura, told the Brahmanas, "Let's go see Vrindavan." The Brahmanas felt hesitant about the Lord's proposal, since they didn't have enough money for the trip. Gaurasundar said, "When a man is born, his eating habits are born with him. Without understanding this, he engages in varieties of works. But if one serves Krishna, he becomes successful and attains perfection. However, if he doesn't serve Krishna, he drowns in an ocean of misery." After saying this, Gaurachandra and his companions left for Vrindavan. Suddenly, from the clouds rumbling above, a voice proclaimed, "O Mahaprabhu Vishrambar, please listen. Don't go to Vrindavan. Return to your home. Later, when you take sannyas, you'll go on pilgrimage and visit Vrindavan." Considering this oracle, Lord Gauranga changed his mind and walked back to Navadvip. Arriving in Navadvip, Vishrambar paid obeisances to Sachimata and bid adieu to his Brahmana companions. Sachimata cheerfully sat her son on her lap and cried in love. She showed bodily symptoms of divine ecstasy like horripilation and trembling. The residents of Nadia, bursting with joy, ran as fast as they could to see the Lord. Although she felt boundless bliss within her heart, Vishnupriya restrained herself before her Lord. Lochan Das happily describes the transcendental pastimes of Lord Gauranga. The glories of Navadvip are unparalleled. Navadvip overflows with discussions about the nectarian qualities and pastimes of Lord Gauranga. These topics far surpass the limits of the Vedic wisdom. Hearing these subjects creates auspiciousness and awakens the love of God. Even Lord Shiva, Sukadev, Lakshmi, and Anantashesh think themselves fortunate if they can hear these topics. How can I, Lochan Das, a low, foolish, worthless person, devoid of moral discrimination, describe these things? I consider myself the lowest of all because my behavior resembles the animals. Lord Gauranga, the essence of all incarnations, made Nadia the center from which he preached love of God. Bowing to the feet of the Vaishnavas, I beg them to bless me with the ability to properly glorify Lord Gaurachandra. Even though I'm lowly and fallen, please don't neglect me. Please give me your mercy. Falling at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, I beg for a pinch of his mercy. My Lord and Master Narahari Das Thakur is my only hope. True, I have no right or qualification to sing the glories of my spiritual master, yet this is my only desire. Somehow or other, it will be possible for me to properly glorify him. By his mercy, I'll try to carefully disclose the confidential glories of Nadia. Either knowingly or unknowingly, I, Lochan Das, have finished the topics of the Adi Khanda. Jai. What an ecstatic chapter that was. Next, we will start on Madhya Khanda. Chapter 1, Teaching and Giving Krishna Prema. Thank you so much for listening or reading along. See you next time. Hare Krishna.